Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 653, we're going to talk about the Lord of Tresserhorn. Actually, we're not going to talk about the Lord of Tresserhorn. I have been looking for a way to build the Lord. Here, three-color, what is that? Grixis, I believe, is the color crayon we're talking about. And, well, this one's been chilling in the unused general binder for quite a while. And there is a definite good way to build this. There's definite fun ways to build it. But, ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure here and for my playing pleasure, I've had a chance to play this deck once. I present to you the worst deck on the wall. As you know, Lord of Tresserhorn is on the reserve list. That's my theme. All non-land cards are on the reserve list. And I even managed to find a way to sneak in 5 lands that are on the reserve list. So, no, none of these are powerful. None of these are the good reserve list cards. These are the ones that make us question why they're on the reserve list. Just because of when they happened, line in the sand. Anyway, love it or hate it, that's a discussion for a different topic. We have it, and let's talk about it. So, I have these, there's no particular, I just have these sorted out in the 6 card types, because there are no reserve list planeswalkers. So, let's get to creatures, shall we? Now, I played this deck, and I played it as just old school Magic. You remember how there was no theme, you were just playing creatures and turning them sideways? Because we have a ton of creatures here. We're going to start off with the baddest creature out there, the Dwarven Pony. Gives those dwarves Mountain Walk, Phyrexian Marauder, however big you want it to be. River Merfolk, I did actually cast, and it did matter, because I had 3 opponents that had mountains. Discordant Spirit, Krovacon Horror. Now, some of these cards will be good in other decks, Baron Singir is just iconic. Flow of Maggots is not. Cumulative Upkeep never really got embraced outside of certain niche archetypes. Valdayan War Machine, Catacomb Dragon. Catacomb Dragon's pretty good. And this one's in really, really good condition, by the way. Nameless Race. This is the only creature in the game that does not have a creature type. In the Grand Creature Type update of 2010 or 8, something like that, this did not get a creature type for obvious reasons. Meraxis of Keld, Heartwolf, Emberwild Caliph, Soldvi Golem, Silver Wyvern, Ravika Wizard Savant. Yeah, that's a weird one. Mountain Titan, Escape Shapeshifter, Musician. Gotta love that cumulative upkeep. Hey, here's some dwarves we can get Mountain Walk to. The Dwarven Sea Clan. Okay. Grave Robbers, Lightning Dragon, Voldalian Knights. Now, I remember when Spear of the Night was printed, we thought it was cool, Flying, Trample, Pro-Black, First Strike when attacking, and Haste. We didn't know what Haste was, but this is Haste. For a 6/5, 9 mana seemed like a deal. Of course, there was 3 little creatures you could use to cheat it out, but a Coup de Jin. Does it get any more group hug than making all your opponent's creatures bigger? Dwarven Armorer. Homerid Shaman. Gotta have some Homerids in there. Grandmother Singir. Keeper of Tresserhorn. Everybody's favorite Narwhal. Who doesn't like the Narwhal? Ebon Praetor. Goblin Flotilla. Thrall Champion. Black Carriage, because, Homelands needs cards on the reserve list. Rainbow Efreet, and lastly, Frankenstein's Monster is our last creature. So, now we are going to move into artifacts. Now, I did have the pleasure of I did play Aeliopile on turn 2 and used it to kill a turn 2 chainer. Who do we know that has a chainer deck? Implements of Sacrifice, Delif's Cube, Spirit Shield, Draconian Silex, Ashnod Silex, Zealand's Sword, Ring of Renewal. If I get a win with this deck, it's going to be amazing, right? Elven Lyre, Conch Horn, Diamond Kaleidoscope. I've got one. Here's looking at you, Rudy. Balm of Restoration. Now that moves us into enchantments. Yeah, all of these marginal effects, that's what they are. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. This is probably the worst deck on the wall. But ton of fun, especially if you just want to, sit around and play and have everybody go, what does that do? Enchantments. Turach Gate. Okay. Now, I played Mudslide, and it mattered enough to get some removal. Creatures without flying don't untap. This one, I don't know why I don't play this more. Probably because there's not a whole lot of copies of it. Koskin Falls, y'all remember me singing the praises of Koskin Falls, 3 years ago, because it was, super cheap, and now it's not. But it's the black propaganda. You got to tap a creature, but, We have a Psychic Allergy, Mesmeric Trance. Brand of Ill Omen is good if you can find the player that does not have sacrifice outlets. Because they've got a sacrifice outlet. Oh, this creature's the one that's going. Worms of the Earth. Look at that. No new land may be brought into play. Or they can sack 2 lands and take 5 damage. So, timing with Worms of the Earth is everything. Mystic Might, because, cumulative upkeep. And Mystic Decree. Now, this one is just a good card in general. Pairs well with Island Sanctuary. If you've got a means to draw more than 1 card a turn, you can not draw 1 for the island, and the only creatures that can attack you will be the ones with Flying and Island Walk, and then you slap down the Mystic Decree, and now no creatures can attack. Ritual of the Machine is our sole sorcery in the deck. Which may be the best card, because it lets me steal a useful creature that somebody else has. Carrion. That's not bad. Gravebind. Story about Gravebind. Back in the day, I put together about 7 Ice Age sets, because I'd put together a set and trade for something big or whatever. Gravebind was the last card in all 7 sets. Chain Stasis. And that brings us to our non-basic lands. I do have 5 that are on the list. Halls of Mist, Griffin Canyon, Balduvian Trading Post, Sheltered Valley, and the awesome Ice Age Lava Tubes. I didn't have the other one because they only did friendly color. Let's push these down. These are double-sleeved. Now, the regular good old-fashioned lands, this is, because I'm like, well, at the end of the day, I still have to cast these cards, right? So, we have a land base I would normally have for any Grixis deck. We have Terramorphic Expanse, Highland Lake, Blightstep Pathway, Sulphurous Mire. By the way, for some reason, I used all snow-covered lands as one of those Ice Age cards required a snow-covered thing, so... Command Tower, Cinder Barrens, Rakdos Guildgate, Bloodfell Caves, Alchem Refuge, Grixis Panorama, Evolving Wilds, Exotic Orchard, Ice Tunnel, Dimir Guildgate, Submerged Boneyard, Volatile Fjord, Swiftwater Cliffs, and Izzet Guildgate. And that is the Tribal Reserve List deck. Yeah, I know it is super weird. It is a theme I have not done, and I had to have 3 colors to make it work, and I had the idea and looked through the binder and opened it up, and the very first page, there was the Lord of Tresserhorn. So, I guess the moral of the story is just because it's on the reserve list doesn't make it good. So, I get it, but... I don't know. this was kind of a funny exercise. So, anyway, that's deck number 653. We'll put it up on the wall, and that deck may get more play than it should. It really, really might. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably play that one just for, nostalgic walks down memory lane, because a lot of those, that's the cards, that was out when I started playing, and, well, a lot of them wasn't even out yet. So, I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think, and we're going to shuffle and cut.